Good afternoon. How are you all doing? It's a glorious, beautiful Sunday. I've already done one video for you on idolatry, and it will be uploaded to you whenever I'm led to do so. Okay. What you have on your screen right now is an image of a young person, but that his name is David, but his name is spelled D4, like the number four, DVD, right? Let me just put it up here. All right. Here he is. So you have this guy. That's his name up there. And the reason why I have him up here, it is because the way most people know about this guy, he's one of the most popular creators of viral songs that people dance to, make TikToks to, and everything. So that's how most young people, I would say, 30 and under, well, really 25 and under, that's how they know him. Well, within the past 2 weeks or so, he's known for something else. He had a relationship, allegedly, with a young lady who was 11 when he started dating her, and he was far older than her. He's in his 20s. Okay. This girl, her name is Celeste Rivas. She's ran away multiple times to go be with him because allegedly he was her boyfriend. Her remains were found in the trunk of a Tesla, dismembered and decomposed beyond recognition. And they did a positive ID that it was her, and she's only 14 years old. Now, several accounts indicate that when she would run away and be with him. She would be under the influence of drugs. There is a video of her um, saying on a Bigo Live about him graping a minor, alluding to the fact that he graped her. Now, when he met this child, she was just in elementary school and he was allegedly having sex with her. Now, the Tesla she was found dismembered in, it belongs to him. It's his, but he was out on tour. The other Freaky Friday, weird, bizarre, demonic thing about this guy is that he made songs about killing a girl and her dying and being dismembered, placed in a trunk. He's done visuals for it before. And all of the stuff he would release songs about her, mentioning her. Even did one on her birthday. He released one. It was relatively dark as well. Well, they have not officially charged him. Apparently, they don't have enough to stick enough for him to be arrested. However, he's been questioned, right? They're also saying that he was paying off the girl peers, relatives, and other people not to report him for being with this when she 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old girl. He started dealing with her allegedly when she was 11. Now, I never could get into any of his viral songs because he's like the weekend. Let me get him off my screen. I don't even like looking at him. He is like the weekend, Juice World, Extension, the boy with the XXX name, um, the weekend, Lil at Nas X. There is something on them. There is something on them. There is something in them, and it walks very closely with them. It is a spirit of death, but it manifests a specific way through their music that somehow when you're listening to it, you can hear it. Not hear it, you can sense that it's present. I don't know. I just believe that people who God uses to worship through music understand music differently. They understand that spirits be resting on all of these airways and frequencies and everything. They do. I mean, they've even shown scientific proof of the different responses chemically to items exposed to heavy metal, dark music, and items exposed only to Christian music. Like chemical compositions change and they are drastically different. There's something resting on the sound. There's something there, and you know it's not right. It's like listening to a Christian song, and spiritually, you just know, no, this is not a Christian song. This is a pop song, or something not right about this song, something not right about this person. And it's on a spiritual level. It's the same way with these artists that I named. There's something they are mixing, mingling, and tampering with that is nothing to be played with. It's not a lower tier one, it's a big boy one. As in hierarchy of these things, this isn't a small one. This is a very powerful one that is the prince of the air. It has control over airways. It deeply impacts people airways. So you have to be so careful what you listen to because it's not just music. There's something resting on it. But anyway, this boy, when I would hear his songs without even looking at him, not even knowing what he looked like, I knew something was on this kid and it's not right. Now, another thing I want to talk about real quick is how there is a practice that exists and not enough people are talking about it. The only person that has ever come out, or the only two people that has ever come out, indicated it, hinted at it, or showed proof that it's what they believe in is Cat Williams and Elon Musk, right? If you listen to Cat Williams' interview on Shannon Sharp's show, you will hear him say exactly what he worships. It's even right there on his it was right there on his chain too. And people just ignored it. And I think that's because people keep expecting to see like a Baphomet or a six-pointed star, and it's not that. It's not even that same belief system. It's not Satanism. It's not. It's something much ancient, more dangerous, and much darker. Okay. And it's what this boy get into as well. Because part of that practice, they have a strong affinity and gravitation to children. And they use children for sex magic. And they're sleeping with them. But the child doesn't know that a ritual is being performed using them. Their bodies, their virginity literally being sacrificed. And when they do that, it's to benefit their career. Like that is some darker tier of magic that these people get into. Um, it's not even magic. I wouldn't even call it that. But that's a penance or practice for them, right? Elon Musk indicated that he believed in it. Oh, by the way, Elon Musk behind is the reason why I found out about it. It was because just out of the blue on Twitter, just before he purchased Twitter, just out of the blue on Twitter, he put up the front of a book, right? And so I went researching the symbol on the front of that book, and that's when I found it, what it is. People who worship Saturn, that's what it is. It is the worship of time and the worship of Saturn, and he is nothing to play with. Like all of these origin stories, all of this stuff we've heard or learned about certain things, it all go right back to him. And it is real. He is real. He is very dangerous. And nothing to be calling yourself going into spiritual warfare against, because you will be killed. No question. He will kill you. He has nothing to go playing with at all. None whatsoever. He better not. So even different programs and stuff are acknowledging different things happening, and it all go back to him. Like, that is what these people really, really worship. And I believe that what happened to her was a sacrifice, you know. But him and the rest of them, they get into it. You get what I'm saying? They do get into this stuff. It's dangerous. But the reason why I want to talk about this case in particular, we have a lot of young kids going missing lately. And there is a reason for it. People are finding out these practices and finding out this stuff, and they're starting to do it. Okay. They are starting to get into it to get wealth, riches, what they want. We can't ignore this stuff any longer, as far as the church remaining ignorant of it, into it. And it's clear churches don't know what to do about it. They're oblivious. They have not spiritually matured enough to even be able to handle knowing its existence. They can't take it. They don't know what to do. They don't. So they don't even know how to tell people the truth. Quit listening to that stuff. Some songs are literally offerings. It need access to ears. It need access to a person. You sitting there listening to it, you just allow entry. You get what I'm saying? You allow that. As far as people understanding the power that is within blood, it doesn't escape them. Now, people in the Bible, I mean, as far as people who read the Bible, ignore it, and knowing the power of bodily fluids from a human being, they ignore it. But these people who get into this other stuff, they read the Bible too, and they know that it's not a lie. The Bible is not lying. But they also know that there are mysteries there that are hidden in plain sight that Christians didn't learn, so that they can protect themselves, in the sense of quit being so reckless and willy-nilly with your body. Quit having sex with all these people. Quit exchanging bodily fluids with people, semen, saliva, blood. Quit it. But we don't. We just ain't nobody perfect. Everybody's sin. People flesh, sex feel good. No, people who get into other stuff, they know the rules of the game. You get what I'm saying? You just trying to appease your flesh, but they understand that's a form of worship. Sex is a form of worship, whether you like it or not. It is. If you read it right there in the Bible, just read it. It's a form of worship. But anywho, this little boy, what happened to that girl? Personally, I believe that you should not have your minor children on social media. I don't believe that a child under the age of 16 years old should be have a digital delight device that allows them full access to the internet. I don't believe that. He met this girl on the internet. We have a lot of kids going missing lately, and it's more rapid because of social media. They don't know who they're talking to. The people on the internet have more access to your children than you do, and they're imparting and sowing into your children, and it's changing their behavior, and a lot of them are going missing. It's to the point now that people can't be ignorant no more about the risk dangers of social media. It was a lady on TikTok, and she was so upset. She was crying, and she was talking about this man had been contacting her 12-year-old daughter and sending images of himself, telling her what he wanted her to do with it and all of this. I mean, the reason why this X-rated content and stuff is so prevalent and getting people to do certain things, those are offerings. Those are offerings, and they don't even realize it. Those are offerings that they're making with their own body. That is way more powerful than somebody taking some fruit or piece of bread or something to something. You giving of your body. That's why the Bible declares that you are sinning against yourself. But what he did with this girl and what he was doing with that girl, he know it was because he wanted something. He promised something to be successful. Every song he made went viral. And people were dancing to him, making videos, all of this. You can't miss it on these people. You can't. I don't know how you can't see it. And a lot of it is in plain sight as far as what them saying what they believe in and stuff. But as far as spiritually, some of them, it's so dark and malevolent and at that top tier like that, you can't listen to their music and you can't even I can barely look at this child. I can't even look at him. That is that serious. And people have to, thank you, Lord. People need to get to that level of discernment that you can look and you can see. You need eyes to see. And I think a lot of people just don't have the eyes to see and the ears to hear right now. And so they don't think these things are of any importance. But this child has lost her life, and it has something to do with what this child is tampering with in the spiritual realm. If you look at this picture right here, he been doing videos and everything with blood all over his shirts, walking around with a bloody blindfold on him and everything. And if you look at certain rituals, that's part of the ritual. Yeah, we need to churches need to start holding different conferences to educate people on this instead of sending them out there to get beat up. Talking about they doing spiritual warfare and they ain't scratching the surface. They ain't touching nothing. They don't know what's going on. They just keep talking about the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil. They don't even read the Bible. Clearly, he tell you a whole bunch of names of them in there, all in the Bible, and they just stuck at the devil. The Lord was so clear in his communication by the following way. He made it clear. He started saying this word, the enemy, because he knew that's how many of them jokers it exists. When the enemy took him up and was talking about all these kingdoms, people ignored that information. And each one of them kingdoms have a demonic entity associated with it. A gatekeeper, a regulator, who let who in to whichever kingdom. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll be the crazy old lady. But the Bible does tell us what to do. It is the following: watch and pray.